Hey guys, Spencer Coffman here with the Internet Hustler YouTube channel. Today we're talking about Robinhood. Alright, so what is Robinhood? Robinhood is a free online stock exchange program. They've been around for several years. I've personally been using them since 2017. Now, what made Robinhood significant in the beginning was the fact that they chose to offer free stock trading to the average person. Really, myself and you included, anyone. And before this, in order to trade stocks, you needed to have a big-time brokerage account. There were firms like E-Trade, Ameritrade, Scottrade, Charles Schwab, Morgan Stanley, all those big-time firms that in order for you to trade stock, you needed to have collateral. Or if you didn't have collateral, you had to have a minimum, something like $10,000 cash or even more, sometimes $50,000. Now, a lot of these places wouldn't accept certain types of collateral. I remember when I was a kid, I was like 16, I wanted to trade stock, and I tried several different places. None of them would approve me. Finally, I got on E-Trade because they had that little ad with the baby, and I'm like, yes, I can trade on E-Trade. They said anyone can do it. So I get on there, I'm trying to log in and trade and verify my account. I got like a waiver so I could trade since I was under 18. I had to get a signature from an adult. And then they come to the point where they say, what's your collateral? And I said, I don't have collateral. I have $10,000 I've saved up. I want to trade. They said, what if you lose that? We need some collateral. I said, I got a car. Can we do a car? Nope, we won't accept a car. So to really end the deal, they said no, and I wasn't allowed to trade stock. Now that was a bummer for me, so I kind of just gave up on it, put my money in mutual funds, and left it at that. Tried many different mutual funds, and then one day, a company called Robinhood came out. Now I didn't start with Robinhood right away, but after a few years of hearing about them and knowing about them, I finally said, maybe I should check it out. I did. I got approved real easy, and I started trading stock. In my first year alone, I saved, according to Robinhood, over $1,500 in trading fees. The next year it was over $2,000. Year after that it was over $2,500. Ever since then I've been saving about $2,000 a year in trade fees. Now what are trade fees? Well, traditionally when you purchase a stock, the company, whoever, the brokerage company, so if you trade through Ameritrade, they would charge you like $8 to trade stock. Now, they would charge you when you buy a stock, $8, whether you bought 1 share or 100 shares, there's like one fee. Then when you go to sell the stock, they'd charge you again. Now, I didn't want to do this because I didn't have a ton of money, so I was only maybe buying 2 or 3 shares. Some of the shares that I bought were cheap stocks, like $10, $12 for a share, and I'm like, $10, $12, I buy 2 shares, and then I got to pay $7 or $8 when I buy. I didn't want to do that. That's why Robinhood was so great for me. It can be great for you too. Now, fast forward to today's modern times of 2021, we're past a big pandemic, still kind of in the, hopefully the tail end of it, but during the pandemic, a ton of other brokerages said, we're dropping the trade fees. That was in 2020, they said, nope, 0. And so now, all these other places are dropping their trade fees. You can trade on any big platform for free. Some places still require a minimum, some may require collateral. However, now, other platforms are popping up like crazy. You've got all kinds of Robinhood copycats and wannabes, and we're going to cover some of them in future videos on whether or not you should get on there or trade or what you can get. Also, during this past year, Robinhood has been under some major scrutiny for what they did during all of these meme stock blowups. I still trade with Robinhood. I still like them. They're a good, solid company. Yes, a lot of people don't like them for what they did, but little known secret, a lot of other brokerage accounts did the same thing. Robinhood is just catching the flack for it. So, What should you do? Well, I personally recommend jumping on Robinhood, even if you don't trade a lot. You can do that with a link in the description below. Why would you do that? Well, because if you join through a referral link, you'll get a free share of stock. Now, depending on when you join, you may also get bonus shares of stock. If they're running a promotion, sometimes you could get 2 shares. Maybe it's a holiday, sometimes they'll give you a bonus 2 or 3 shares. If you purchase so much stock or so many dollars worth of stock within so many days, they may give you another bonus share. So basically, join Robinhood using the referral link. Now, here's a disclaimer. If you join with my referral link or anyone's referral link, that person will also receive a share of stock. Now, this is the cap though. Robinhood will not allow me to receive more than a specific dollar amount of stock through referrals. So, if 1,000 people join with my link, I'm not going to get 1,000 shares of stock. So don't worry about, hey, forget this internet hustler Spencer Coffman guy, I'm not going to make him rich, I'll join on my own. Don't worry about it. Click the link, make it easy for yourself, get yourself a free share of stock, and yes, I'll get one too, maybe, depends on if I've already reached my limit, which probably have, because I tell all kinds of people about Robinhood and other stock platforms. Why? Because I want to help them. It's not for me. I don't get rich on your referral stock. Most of the time, actually the most expensive share of stock that I've received is a $100 share of stock. Most of the time, all the other shares I've received, probably over 20 shares of stock in the last several years, and they've all been like $5 or less. Most of the time, they're like a $2 share or even like a 25-cent share. That's my average. So, in all the shares of stock that I've received, I have yet to get $200 worth of free stock. So don't worry, I'm not here to get rich on promoting this or on making sure you click my link. I make my money elsewhere, okay? Sometime I'll tell you how I make my money, not today. Right now, I want to help you get started on Robinhood so you can click the link, join. It's real simple. You can do it on your phone, download the app, follow the steps, get set up with a brokerage account, dump in some money, and okay, now once you do that, what do? Well, you can trade stock. Trading stock is simply buying shares of a company. You own it. It's paper assets. Previously, before all this electronic stuff, in order to own a share of stock, you owned the piece of paper. It was a stock certificate. Today, it's all digital. So you can do that. What else? Well, there are some funds on Robinhood. You can get in on kind of like ETFs. You can buy certain groups like oil, commodities, gold, silver, all of that kind of indexed funds. You could do that. You can also trade options on Robinhood. Now, options trading is for a little bit more advanced people. We can get into all that if you guys want. Just put a comment down below if there's something specific you want to learn about, and I can jump on and make a video, hopefully help you out with that. So, options trading, it's basically you're betting on what a stock is going to do. So if you say, hey, I think Apple's going to go up by June of whatever year, then you'd put in a bet and say, I think it'll go this high, and then if it does that, you're going to make way more money than you would if you just owned the stock, because options contracts are times 100. Now, if you're wrong, you could lose all your money. Depending on what type of option you do, you could lose a lot more money than what you put up. So you can buy calls, which is thinking a stock's going up, or puts, which is saying a stock's going to go down. You could do spreads, you could do all kinds of stuff. We can get into that if you guys want in another video. What else? You can trade crypto. Crypto is a very hot topic. I personally think crypto is a big part of the future. So on Robinhood, you can start buying limited crypto. They currently offer about 8. It could change and fluctuate as supply and demand or need arises. Right now, though, on Robinhood, you can only buy crypto on there. You can't transfer it in. You can't transfer it out. It's not a wallet. So, do I trade crypto on Robinhood? Yes, I do. But it's not the primary place where I trade crypto. I can get into that in another video. Someday it'll be linked in a card above, so you can stay tuned for that. But I trade crypto on a lot of other platforms, I will help you with that as well. So on Robinhood, you can do a lot of stuff. They currently don't have anything with mutual funds. Eventually they may, so stay tuned. It's a good idea to get signed up, get verified, and if you want, you can become a premium member or a gold member on Robinhood. It costs like $5 a month, and that enables your deposits to be instant. So if you're trading a lot, like you have several $1,000s that you want to use, then it might be worth the gold membership. Another disclaimer, I don't get anything whether or not you decide to become a gold member or a free member. It doesn't matter to me. I don't get anything from that. So my recommendation would be a free member. Put in your money, wait a few days for the ACH transfer to clear, and then buy your stock. If you're impatient and you want to pay the money, $5, go ahead, whatever. But the main concern is you start investing. Guys, that's really what it is. If you're not investing for your future, you're not going to have any money in your future unless you want to be working all the time. Personally, I want to work myself out of a job so I don't have to do that. So I want to invest as much as I can. Now, in what? That's up to you. You can take some suggestions from other people, all at your own risk. We're not advisors. I don't think anyone, well, there might probably some people on YouTube are advisors, but most people who are telling you what to do are not. So make sure you do your research and know what you're doing. What I'm saying in this video is get on Robinhood. It's a free stock, crypto, and options trading platform that I really like. I've personally saved over $2,000 pretty much every year consistently on average. So it's worth it. Now again, you can trade on other platforms, so stay tuned to this channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can see what other platforms, because we'll be releasing more videos to help you out with making money, investing money, trading, etc. So I hope you subscribe to the channel. I hope you like this video. If you do so, comment below as well. Until next time.